Alright, welcome everyone to episode 13, where I'm making my dream game using AI tools because I'm a noob game developer and I need some help, both in coding with GitHub Copilot, general questions with ChatGTP, and art making with generative AI inside Adobe Illustrator. So those are the three main tools AI tools that I've been using so far. Where are we now in the current game? So for those who haven't been following from the start, let's quickly show where we're at. So the goal of the game is you are playing an AI piece of software that originally has control of a very small and simple vacuuming robot, but over time you will gain control of more and more different devices in your environment to basically venture forth into the world and take control of many more devices, robots, machines, maybe even humans, to gather resources and keep yourself running. So the goal is for you to keep existing as a piece of code, which you can only do if you are on a device that is powered and not broken, basically. So where we're at now is that we have a little Roomba that we can move around, but we can also take control of the other devices by switching. So actually, when we start the game, we now have control of the charger, but I can switch between the different devices in the room. Of course, moving around with the charger doesn't work because it doesn't have a locomotion module. This one does, so I can move it around. If I move it around, my charge is dropping, but I can recharge as a charger. Currently that goes automatically, but as we'll see in the to-do list, I would like this to only happen when I press a certain key. This dust spawner is the thing that we did last episode. It's spawning everything very strangely right now, but I can pick this up by just hovering over these things until my storage is full. And that's kind of where we're at right now. And next up is that, so this is like the first half of our first small game loop, is where you drive around, you consume power to gather the dust, which is your directive as your AI. So you've been trained to just gather all the dust in the room. If you are about to run out of power, you go to the charger, you charge, and you continue. But at some point, this charger will also run out of power, so you need to generate power, and that's where we'll, in next episode, start to working on basically, after you've collected the dust, is bring it to some power reactor where it gets burned and you generate power, etc. And that's kind of the first loop. It's a simple loop, but it's the first loop. I think it's important to just start with the basic loop and then venture from there. So last time there were some issues. So this thing, for a long time, like in the last half an hour, we were trying to fix a bug because this wasn't working, but it turns out this was working. There was just an issue with the fill bar, which is something we made way before. And that's why a certain coroutine was not running more than once, because there was an error inside one of the functions. And that wasn't really clear to me, but apparently when you have an error in a coroutine, the coroutine stops running. So it doesn't seem to run again and then give a second error, etc. Apparently, if there's one error in your coroutine, the whole coroutine stops from running. But we disabled some parts, and so we first need to check if currently we can have both the storage bar managed and not have those bugs anymore. And after that, let's go to our to-do list. Here we go. Yeah, so right now the dust is like being piled because it's just spawned at the same position every time, and it just falls and it just gets stacked. But of course I want it to be more like scattered around the room, giving it like a certain force and a random direction. But we also need to make sure that the dust is very light so that it kind of only settles after a while. So that's one thing that I want to, at least other than the debugging, also include today. If we have some extra time, I'd like to keep them within 1 or 2 hours, the streams. I will try to implement a dust transfer from module to module, but actually, before I do that, I already want to make the module where I want to do this, which is basically the power generator, so that we can do some, we generate some art for our power generator, where we will add also a resource module, but that one we will add some code so that you can transfer. So there's basically 3 different transfer modes. You transfer from the world to a device, which is like the Roomba does when it sucks up the dust. So this is transfer, we call it pickups. When the collider of a certain zone here collides with these, it gets added to the storage. Then we have the second type, which is what the spawner is doing. It's actually instantiating resources in the world from its storage, so that's the other way around. But in certain cases, I think it's just much more efficient if we transfer from storage to storage without an intermediate in the world, especially when you're just like dropping off something in another storage. And I think I would still like to implement it in the same module, so we can add this module to any other device and it has all those functionalities, which we can still disable or enable. But that's basically what I want to do. And then when we've transferred the dust to our power reactor module, we will need to add a new module, an entirely new module, which basically transforms matter into energy, and that energy will then go to the power module, which already exists. And I think then we're really getting close, because then we need to start working on connecting the power reactor to our charger, which is maybe where I will want to start working with wires, because infrastructure like power lines, etc., something that I also want to be part of this game, because like I love games like Oxygen Not Included, where you need to like, you know, wire around your base and putting pipelines and gas lines. So that will be the first attempt at doing something like that, where we can connect things with wires. But that's for later. So today, let's check if we can make the charge bar not failing our coroutines. Once that's fixed, we will make our dust scatter randomly and maybe work on transferring modules from module to module without the real world instance intermediates. All right, let's go. So the first thing we'll do is let's go back to the code and see if everything is working. Well, no, let's quickly press start again on the game, see if there's any bugs. Switch, scatter. All right, so there's one thing that's happening here is I can't seem to fill the bar completely. That's one small bug, and currently I'm not seeing any errors being thrown. Updating storage, let's quickly check that. Storage fill bar. So I don't know why suddenly we don't have that issue anymore from last time, because I had disabled. So last time, to quickly make things work, I had just commented out this part somewhere here. Wait, in the coroutine, let's go to the coroutine. So this is our coroutine. I did spawn resource. Inside spawn resource we had this, and I disabled it such that we were picking things up. Sorry, we were spawning things, but we were not updating the internal storage. I now enabled it again, and there doesn't seem to be any more bugs. So I don't know, maybe it's just because of restarting things, but there's still this issue that actually the fill is always at 0.95, so I can't add one more. I wonder if that's like a float issue. Like you can never have actually 100%. With the charging it seems to work. But also one thing that I maybe want to check is that this is not going down, but that's probably because I put it like to a very, very big amount. So I just want to make sure that so the vent, well, let's turn it off before we don't save things anymore. The resource module, yeah, max storage, it's like a huge amount, so let's put it a little bit lower so that I see it going down. That would be nice. Spawn rate is 1, which means it's 1 per second. It's set to be not a collector, it's set to be a spawner, collect, and it needs to spawn dust, which is currently the only type of resource. But we could just, if we make a new resource with a new sprite, new type, we just set it to spawn something else. So I just want to see this dropping down, which it actually is. So that seems to be not a problem. So that seems to work. Will it actually stop spawning once it's empty? I don't know. I can actually 8.5 will spawn faster, right? No, spawn rate 10. This should be faster. No, that should be slower. So 0.1 should be faster. It's not going faster though. No, it has to be more. Will it ever empty? Let's take control of the Roomba and let's dust some stuff here. There you go. Dusting, but it never goes to 100, so that's a bit strange. I wonder if that's a mistake in the loop there, where we say if you're just below the max storage, you already stop. Let's keep this running in order to go back to the code and see. What we're doing is picking up, remove resource, add resource. So where are we saying that that's not more possible? Update storage fill bar, update current storage, update, that's fine. These have nothing to do with that. Start also not really. Here, plus amount. I think this is one of the mistakes here. So let's say our current storage is 90. We're gonna add one. Wait, let's say 99 plus 1 equals 100, and our max storage equals 100. So it's not equal to then. Yes. And that should fix that issue. In the meantime, we should check if this one is about to get empty. Can I manually empty some of it? I think so. Oh, there's a lot of dust being spawned here. Maybe there's also something where we need to think about. First of all, it needs to be on in that folder. That would also help if we can make it such that it always goes into our storage folder, just to keep things a bit clean. We'll just ask ChatGPT to do that. If it instantiate them, to put them in a certain parent. Otherwise, well, let's stop here. In the meantime, okay, a few things we want to do. Go to the vent, storage. Wait, let me quickly. Yeah, just to make sure that the chat is visible for me. Right. Let's turn this down to 10. Then I at least know it can go empty. Let's put the spawn rate to 5. It should be 1/5 every 0.2 seconds, right? So that should spawn really fast also. And then one more thing, and at the same time, when spawn resource here, instantiate. So when we instantiate it, put it in resources game object parent. You know how to do that? Oh, new resource equals game object. There you go. Transform parent. This should work. Let's see if that also works. Go back here, load the code. There's two things we want to test. Is the event gonna run empty? Because then I want to add a tick box saying this is an infinite resource. We don't really want that. But at least I want to know if it works if we wouldn't want that. It's not spawning at all right now. Why not? How does the coroutine work? Oh. Wait for seconds 1. The spawn rate is not used. Let's check. Spawn rate. Start coroutine. That's the first delay, I think. Oh, no. That's not what this was. This is supposed to be just 1. That's an amount. And there's no, I know it's just giving it a number below. That didn't work. It was always 0. It's here in coroutine itself that I need to change. Oh, I just did something wrong. Here, Wait for seconds. There you go. 1 over spawn rate. Okay, good. So that's one thing. Yeah, because I was giving an amount of less than 0. That was one thing that was wrong. And then I need to check if it spawns resources in the correct folder. But anyways, let's see. It started. It should go quite fast actually. Yeah, see, it emptied it like super fast, and it's empty and it stopped spawning, so it does work, so that's good. We should have spawned like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Correct, that's correct. And we should be able to full, yeah, that also works, so we debugged that. And now we need to check that every new resource was added here, and that's also true. Let's just double check it by spawning some more. So our vent resource, let's current storage 100. Ooh. Does that work? Why does that not work? Why did it stop working? I guess because it doesn't get updated all the time. Because currently I'm only updating it when certain functions are called. Which means that, I mean, again, like, this won't be ideal, but ideally we just put this function and update. Like, just keep always updating it. And then not do any of this. And this will be less performant because now we're doing it on every update. But again, I think it's maybe better to leave optimization for later and now just have things working. I think I still want to call it in those functions because I think I could imagine that like something happens within a frame where the storage is not updated only in the next frame, but I'm still doing things within that first frame, and then you would be able to like generate things that don't exist. So I would still maybe call them here. Oh, same here. So actually, again, let's still update it here. When you spawn a resource, when you remove a resource, when you add a resource, when you set current storage, you should update it, yes. Get, no. There you go. Right, let's test that again. And apparently I have no idea why some things are not like, because I kept having null reference errors last time with the storage fill bars, which doesn't seem to be an issue anymore right now. And I have no idea why. But if that's the case, then we can just continue. We did some small debugs here, and that's all we need. Oh yeah, let's put the rate a little bit lower. Resource module, we'll put the rate down to 1 again, but we will do the current storage to 100. Does that work now? No. Oh, it always keeps setting it to 0 by itself. Why is that? Why do you do that? Why can't I change this? This comment here. Oh, what? Why is that here? Oh, but that's true though. That's not a thing. I can't set it to 100 because I can't even say like 100 of what. That's not how this works. Because there's a list here of things that are present. It's like in the keys. That's not really how it works. Meaning, that's not how it works. I can set it in the beginning and it will fill it with the default resource at the start. That's the thing. But once that's it, you can't just create out of thin air, because the storage is more than just one item. It can contain like 10 dust resources, 20 irons, blah blah blah. So I can't just with one simple number say, oh, now there's 100. Well, 100 of what? Let's put it to 50. Let's run it. And the only thing I still want to check is it being put into the resource parent? But apparently it does, because I didn't see any resources anywhere else. Yes, so it's adding it to this thing. That's nice. These things are bouncing, so they are interacting with one another. There's some physics involved. Yeah, there is. Look, funny. Anyways, nothing to worry about because that's not what we need anyway. Right, our debugs also seem to be gone. I will quickly commit this because the next thing is something new. Oh yeah, let's save the scene. Save the code. What did we do here? Just some debugging, right? Bug. In scope of resources. What did we fix actually? We fixed spawn rate. That didn't work. We fixed storage not too full. And resources in resources parent. That's about it. Okay, let's commit. Maybe sync it. Close all this. And we can now, let's quickly go to our list here. Right. So we want the dust to be more spread out when we keep in mind again, like in order to like get my resources in this parent here, I just asked Copilot again. Like I didn't want to look it up, and it seems to work immediately. So that's really nice. Let's get into resources. Where are we actually instantiating it? So there's a thing called instantiate somewhere here. Spawn resource here. We're instantiating it, and we should give it some force. So give a random force or resource in a random direction. Let's see what it comes up. New resource, rigid body. Does it have rigid body? Let's quickly check if our resources actually have rigid bodies. Yes, it does. It can get it. Add force. Unity random range times 10f. I'm guessing this is this like the why does add force have two values? That's basically my question. Oh, I can probably hover it, right? Vector 2 force. Oh, we're just giving an x and y. Okay. Why is it adding 10f to let's just see what it does. Let's just test it immediately. Oh, it says new vector 2 and then add 2 directions, but it should be, my x and y should be equally likely. I don't know why one goes to times 10f. Let's see. I'm kind of imagining things like exploding here. Let's see. Oh yeah, it does. But that's what we wanted. Just not that. Actually, one thing I want to change is, let's stop it. Let's add a lot more stuff. The spawn rate should be much lower. Let's go back to 1. Max storage, let's go for 50,000. Well, actually, maybe we should make sure it doesn't, because otherwise I have 50,000 instances. I can put this at, let's keep it at 1. Let's see. Right, let's save it. Go back here. I don't know why it does times 10f. Oh, it has times 10f on the whole thing. Okay, so that's okay. But the force is way too much. So let's add spawn force here. Serialized field. Float spawn force. There you go. Let's replace it with this. And we should definitely make it much less. I would even dare to opt say 0.5f, although we can just test it. Gravity should still do its thing, right? Yes. Let's see. Because dust particles, like, they eventually settle on the floor, but I kind of need to, because that's kind of the thing that I want to be, like, the game will be like, oh, you currently with this current Roomba, sorry, let's check. Yeah, actually this is quite well, this is already very close to what I want. Boop, boop. Oh, you can't see this, sorry. There you go, look, it's spawning, there's a little bit of, there's not a lot of X velocity, but that's kind of normal. At least it goes into random directions. I like it. This is what I want. But in order to have like, but actually this is fair, this is good enough. I should maybe lower the linear drag on the resources itself. Let's quickly try that. Although I wonder, I need to do that, I think, in the prefab, because otherwise, well, no, if I only do it on one of the resources, it's already too late. Resources, there you go. Rigid body, linear drag, angular drag. There's no linear drag. Sorry, gravity scale. That's what I wanted to slow down. Yes. Now it's a little bit slower, but it's still going down. So that's fine. Yes, it's almost like it's snowing right now. I'm out of power. I'm already dead now. It's game over. What I was saying is that your Roomba currently can only vacuum on the floor, and the next one of the next steps in the game would be, oh, I found like a hover Roomba or something, like a cooler Roomba that I can actually start really cleaning all the dust, because currently there's like dust in the air and I can only clean that. So maybe we could have actually different dust particles with different weights. So some of them make it to the floor and you can clean those, but then you as AI and the Roomba will be frustrated because you can't achieve your goal, because there's also dust particles never really getting on the floor. So you need to advance, you need to find a way to really fulfill your actual directive. I'm sorry, I was a bit mesmerized looking at the dust falling on the floor. I like it. These are good parameters. So when I press stop, I should go back to... Oh no, that's not true, because I was editing it in the prefab. So that actually immediately works and it's immediately saved. That's nice. I should do that more often. See how fast that was to write that code? And I understand the code, so that's also fine. So it's always important if you... Oh, again, just... If you use Copilot or whatever to generate code, make sure you at least understand most part of the code. Because otherwise, I don't know if that's if it is that useful. So we're instantiating it. We're putting it in the. So now the question becomes: should I? Because this is called spawn resource. There's already a lot of code in here. So should we? Put this in a small function that's called, but then the question is like, well, maybe we should call it instantiate resource, but then the question is instantiate resource. I think it then even makes more sense to call this function instantiate resource, and then spawn it is putting it in the actual physical world. So let's do public void. I like making small functions. Instantiate resource. And actually, wait, let's need to do this. And then we call this spawn resource. And then this is really actually spawning it. Although actually this we should you need this. You should know what I want. There you go. I'm still doubting about the name though. But the reason why I want it spawn, because we do more than just instantiating it. We give it some forces, we put it in the right thing. And we could call it create resource, where you create it in the real world, and then let's let's just leave it like this. We could check if I did mess up any naming. I just don't think that the distinction between two function names are clear enough right now, but we can think about that later when we're refactoring things anyway. Let's quickly check if everything's still working. Things are, yes, those are also going down, so that's fine. We can collect them. There we go. Yes, I got you. Yes, up, pick it up, pick it up. There we go. Oh, we need to charge. Up. Pick it up. Great. Let's call it a day. No, but I will commit this because this is a feature and it basically kind of works immediately. Let's save my scene. That these are also up to date. This is a feature because it's not a bug. We introduced something new. It's a feature in the scope of resources. So I'm using for the people who wonder what I'm actually doing here, when I commit things, I use commit conventions. I think it's this. Yeah, convention. I use these where you go like, I also use the emoji because I like it. So you do the emoji, then you say what type, like a feed or a fix or a bug. Then you could, between brackets is the scope. You don't have to do it, but it's more like, oh, what is this really about? It's about resources, it's about the game as an entirety. And then you put some sentence, and I'm not following like this to the letter, but you can manage if you go to the git, then it's really like it's nice that it's nice and structured. So you can say, oh, we started, also features, some restyling features, some refactoring, styling. Oh, there was a bug here. Oh, I still have a stash here. I should get rid of that stash. Can I just delete it from here? Drop stash, not pop, because if I pop it, it will take it. So it's a drop stash. Yes, drop. I don't even remember what I did there, but for sure I don't need it anymore. Otherwise I would already notice that I need it. Right, featuring resources, add random forces to dust when spawning. I'm happy with that. So we can move on to doing transfer from module to module directly without the involvement of the real world. But as I said, before I do that, just a second. Yeah. Before we do that, let's go get some art for the device where I want to transfer it to. So right now we have the Roomba collecting dust. It's charging here. It's getting its dust from the vent, but now it needs to bring this dust to somewhere, a new device, and we'll skip an intermediate like storage or anything. We'll just immediately drop it off at our power reactor. So let's see. Let's maybe quickly overwrite stuff so that that was not what I wanted. The vent should be a new prefab. So we go to devices, vent. You are a original prefab. There we go. Because the Roomba. Let's also apply all here. Vent. Right. Charger is a device. Should I have to override stuff? Yeah, I guess so. Just apply all. Resources are fine. Although I should just get rid of some of them because they are now spawning, so I don't actually need a lot of them in the world. The event system, what is this? Is this a mistake? I don't know what this is. I need this. I have no idea what it is. This is my world. Camera spray. Let me quickly check play. I have no idea what it was. It was like related to the input manager. Let's just make sure everything still works even if I don't have that. It's a bit slow. By the time I can actually dust up, but anyways, that's kind of the point anyway. Whee. Cool. Oh, it's a charge. It's a silly game, obviously, right now. I don't get me wrong, like, but it's just to get me going. I think it's fun though. Really nice how, with the help of AI, you can do these things so fast, and it's very fulfilling. Even though right now the game is very stupid, you can get these things to happen so fast when using all these tools. Let's go. I won't make it. There you go. Game over. Because there's no device that I can still control. Well, actually, no, it's not true. I can still control this. But this doesn't get me anywhere. Like, okay, I can live forever here in the thing. But that's the thing. Over time, I will add some, like, basically, I will add a health system to any device, and this will deteriorate over time. And if there's nothing more to do, then you will just still... Because this now has infinite power, because it's on the grid, but even that shouldn't really be a thing, because if your base is out of power, then either this stops and then it's game over. Anyways, enough about that. Let's go to Illustrator. The thing is, I think at some point we generated something that I said, oh, this we could later use as a power reactor, and it already looks pretty cool. Let's just do it anyway and see if it comes up with something better, but I think this already looks really nice as a power generator because it has this thing at the center that we can use. But let's just a sci-fi cyber power reactor that runs on burning materials. Let's see what it is. For those who hasn't seen it yet, like right here, you can already see its previews. You can already see the lines. So usually there you can already say, oh, it's getting like something. Can I quickly go down here? When did I generate this? Oof. You know, it's cool, but the problem is, again, it's just too much of a side perspective. But the flame is pretty cool. This looks a bit childish, although the flames are pretty cool. Let me quickly go down here. Where did I generate? Oh, it was here. It was actually when I asked for chip, I guess. Cyber background image. Oh yeah. But I didn't select it. I will prompt it again with flames on top. Oh, maybe I should specify 2D view. You know, this looks cool, but I do like the flames though. Because that's maybe an opportunity for us to start with some animations. Never done it before, but that's maybe something that could go fast. I also don't even know for animations, can you do that inside Unity or will I need a program? I do have After Effects because I have an Adobe suite. Okay, it has flames, but it's not that cool. This kind of looks cool, but again, it's way too much from, has too much perspective. As seen from the side in 2D. I think the closest thing is then still this. Although this looks much cooler, but it's just too much from perspective, so that's also not really what I wanted. I could add flames to this though, like I could just copy paste some of these flames and add it here at the top. Again, these are too much perspective, even though they look cool again. Oof, there's even like some steam and stuff. It's starting to deviate a little bit from the art here. Okay, so actually I like this flame, even this flame. I like all these flames. Oh, it's the same flame. So I'll remove this and this and this and this, and I will just copy this flame to there. Okay, let's just take this. X. There you go. Oh, that was actually cut really well. Wait, what? Oh no, I just took. Go. Let's get rid of this. Oh. No, I like that sideways. I want to keep that. Okay, let's just zoom in a little bit. Like this, like this, like this. This, but I want to keep the flat base. Let's get rid of this, but not the black part. Yeah, there you go. Let's add this on top or just behind it. Let's just center back. There you go. I think it's cool. We'll see. Now I need to think, are there any gauges I want to put on here, like for the storage? Like on the side somewhere where you can see how much power there is in there, and also how much material there's stored that is burning. So basically we'll have two gauges. You will fill it up and then it will go down while it's burning, and then there will be a certain amount of power being generated, but this thing will not really store power by itself. Well, it will, so it also needs a battery attached to it. So it needs 3 gauges. I wonder if we could take this part here in the middle, like this. That's maybe a bit too much. And we can add like one of our storage gauges in there. Do I want to get rid of all the blue parts? Thing is, if I make it too small, it won't be that obvious. So let's keep it like this. I'll just get rid of all the blue parts. This is a bit tricky, so let's get rid of this one. But then there you go. Get rid of that corner, that corner. Get rid of all those corners. Oof, you kind of, you know, it would be good if I could just rotate this. Yeah, there you go. Yes. Now get rid of this. No, 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 no. Point by point. Oh, whatever, it looks good enough. So we'll have our gauge for material in there, and for power. Oh yeah, that's true. We also need to, so we need to define some sub modules, which is basically this. How did I do it last time? Found some cool way to do it. I forgot how I did it. I guess maybe like this. No. No. I did it to get this out of there. And I completely forgot how I did that. So the problem is that if you take this and you start dragging, you just drag the piece. You can't like... Oh, I remember. Never mind. We did it like this. 1, 2. Oh, no, not like that. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So I always want to have a sprite for my sub modules. And let's add this, all the light colored stuff. For those who don't like this part, please skip ahead. This is more like artwork. There you go. So this is our main structure. This will be our resource module, which contains our research module bar. But we also have the power module. Maybe we should just use this part that has the flames. Ooh, that's a big piece in it. That this is like 2 pieces. Can I actually cut this into parts? I don't know how this works. Oh, let's just not bother. I need to actually extract it. Group it. Same for this. Extract it. Group it together with the flames. There we go. And now we have our, so this will be the resource module. This will be the converting module, which converts, that's the thing that burns it and it will generate energy. And then I still need a power module, but maybe I should just attach a big battery module to it just for now and keep it simple. Because we already spent quite a bit of time here. So, and again, all of this artwork is just for me to make it interesting. At some point we will replace it with like actual artwork. So you are the sprite for the burner. Yeah, let's just call it the burner. And you are the artwork for the burning module. Is it? Because it's a energy conversion module, right? So it converts chemical energy, or yeah, I guess it's chemical energy, into electrical energy. Ooh, sorry. Call this one first. Our module for the burner. Think about it while we fix these things. Oh no. Oh, why did you? There's still like a frame around it, I guess. Objects, fit to select. Yes, there you go. Fit to selected art. And you still need a name for you. Alright, let's not do too much about it. Let's just keep calling it burning module for now. Export. Is it wrong again? Why does it not remember where I want this? Best assets. No, yes. These three modules export. Now let's copy one of my devices. Let's copy one that actually has resource modules. Well, there's one thing I want to check though, like, is this up to date? I only changed things to the script as far as I know. Wait, let's prefab and isolation. It does have overrides, so. But the question is, this is now different though. It's not the same prefab, it's a prefab variant. I have to be careful. If I go to see device module, resource, this is also one, but it's just completely different. Yeah, so open this up. Open isolation. Let's bring this one. Device module resource and say prefab variant. Yeah. Same. No, the network looks exactly the same. Computer looks exactly the same. The power one is a variant though, because it's hidden. But that's not really so important. So let's skip that. But the power module, for example, or the charger looks a lot different. So this one also needs to be, but that won't work again. Open prefab. We should call this also prefab variant. That is completely different. So these two are completely different, especially visually. Like functionally they're the same, but they're quite different. Again, computer and network always looks the same right now, so that's maybe good that I didn't change too many things about that, because otherwise I need to make so many variants. We only have one locomotion, so that's fine. Right, let's copy the vent, I guess. Yes, let's copy the vent. Duplicate it. Let's call it our burner. Let's make a prefab out of it immediately before I make the same mistake as last time. it's a original. See, that's the kind of thing. Like, is it a prefab variant? There's so many things different about it. We'll make it the original one. Right. Where are you? There you are. Uh oh. Let's put you somewhere down here. Let's put you in view. Let's put the charger a bit. So this is my view box here. I'm trying to like put things. There you go. Let's put the burner here. Right. Let's change some things. The sprite, basic sprite, is here. Yes. So selected. There you go. So the burner looks like, oh, it's pretty small actually, our burner. Didn't realize that. Oh, it's really small actually. I would have maybe made it a little bit bigger, but never mind. That's fine. That's fine. Then the network is the same, the computer is the same, the power module, we're gonna keep it the same, right? Although I could basically add the charger power thing. So can I swap it out? Because that's the point of prefabs, no? How do I... Let's go to the resource module first, because I have a sprite for that. This one. There you go. That's fixed. Computer, yes. There's a few things. One on the world can go on top. I do want to keep it there. The power one, I also want to see it. Because this thing is like kind of made for power. On world, there you go. I disabled it on the vent because their power was not relevant. Resource actually also not so relevant because this is supposedly an infinite source. So I want to basically get rid of this module. I want to add the charger one, which should be possible by just doing this. Again, we're also testing out the system of devices and device modules. I've created them in a way that should be just like, so let's go, burner. Of course it's huge, it's way too big. Obviously because the charger is huge. Can I scale it down to like 3.2? And attach it to the side here. Order and layer, let's give it like 8 or something. No, that's not really helping. Oh, but I'm on the background. Oh yes, but okay, sorry. Burner also should be on the background for sure. Do you want to set layer for background for all child objects? Yes. Change the children, but the zone should come back to the default one. But all the other ones, yes. But I have to think about these ones. So these ones have to go back to default, because otherwise those zones don't work. Right. But all the rest can be in the background, that's fine. So, where's my power? Still not working? Where's your layer? You're only on 5, so why? Sorting layer player. Oh, you're not, you're behind player. Oh, but you should also be behind player though. There you go. Come on, you should be in front now. There you go. I can just attach it here. There's one thing that I didn't really take into account. This is also scaled now. Alright, let's go back to 1, 1, 1. And then only... Oh, but that's the whole thing. How do I scale this without actually scaling its children? Does that work in some way? Let's ask ChatGPT. In Unity, can you change the scale of a parent sprite without changing scale of the children? Inverse scale, yeah. That's a bit of, it's not really what I want. Let's make a different sprite that's just smaller. Honestly. Wait, can I just make the sprite smaller? Sprite. Isn't there like a sprite editor thing? I know, but that's the sprite in my project, so that won't really work. Okay, maybe I shouldn't think too much about this. The charges is really big. The charges shouldn't be that big. It kind of takes... Or I should just make my reactor bigger. Or make a new sprite for my reactor power module. Maybe that's a better idea. Let's go back here. Let's just make a sci-fi power reactor power panel. I don't know what that will give me. Maybe it's something that fits on top of this. Actually, while I'm here, I will also change this. I will make this transparent because I want to put like a color gradient there as well to show how much power I'm generating. This thing has a storage for power, a storage for resources, but then also a certain amount of power, which is basically telling me how fast I'm generating. Oh, that's not flat enough though. Let's put it like next to it. No. Maybe it took just this power. No. Really flat. I mean, it definitely looks what I'm asking for, so I can't blame it. Oh, look at some of the previous generated ones. Maybe I already see something I maybe can add myself on some other stuff I've generated. Ooh. Cool stuff, actually. It's a bit cool that it has a bit of a different color here with the gold. Oh, you know what I like about this? I could make like one part, like the one half is the power, one half is the... No. I think I maybe like this. And then we just remove... let's see. Just gotta remove both these panels. Go. This. Now I have two gauges. One for power. Can I add the flames on top of this? The color is a bit off, but it's not terrible. Well, actually, I could just add the flames. Yes. I like it. Yes, and it's a bit of a color change because a lot of things now really have all the same colors, and it's getting a bit dull. And I like this golden color. Now I need to fix a few things. Yes, I need to remove Well, let's just get rid of some of these parts because a lot of this stuff is now really... Oh, look at that. I think this looks cool. There we go. Like that. I need to get rid of this thingy. Oh, but the flames behind it will still exist, I think. I was thinking of like doing it like this. But... I think it looks neat. You know, the flame behind it would also probably look pretty cool, like that. But then I don't have my gauges. It looks pretty cool though. Anyways, not for now. Let's keep the artwork for later. You know what I can do here? I can just like have a fill from this sprite from top to bottom. Meaning that like the bigger the flame, the faster it's going, whatever. Let's do it like that. Now I do need to split it up. Oh. Oh, that's amazing. I need to split this up into 2 different ones. What will be the fastest way to do that? This belongs to like... No, it doesn't. I could just copy it then. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, but this is also... one. Can you like... Oh, it does work. Wow. Whoa, whoa, okay, I was... Oh, no, wait. Put it in the same position. Yes, perfect. There you go. Right, these are my 2 different things. Now I still need to extract each and one of them separately. Well, let's just... Oh. What? It's not so important, please. Wait, what? This belongs together? Get this this out of here first. Otherwise I have to keep clicking stuff. Alright, there you go. Group it. No separate, yes, group it. Alright, let's get rid of this, this. Move it in there. Move this in here. Move that over here. Now it's also way bigger. Maybe we should immediately make it bigger. Let's put a little Roomba scale next to it. Why can't I just scale this? What? Weird. Transform them. That'll work. Strange, because normally when you select something, let's go ask. When I select some shapes, I can't resize them. It just shows all. Yes, that's the V tool, right? Do the V tool. I don't understand why this is not by default. If they are grouped before, you can resize them individually. Shift Control G. The thing is, normally when you select this, you can just resize because it just shows you the square. Well, let me try this. No, it's also not doing that. The selection tool is not allowing me to resize. Bounding box. View show bounding box. Maybe that's something. Show bounding. There you go. That was off. Oh my god. Nice. There we are. That's what the problem was. I must have turned it off somehow. There you go. See, ChatGPT for the win. Right, so I'm just checking. This is maybe big enough for the Roomba. Yeah, that's good enough. Meaning though, I do need to change some things. Okay, delete this, delete this. I wanted the bounding box, yes. Object, artboard, fit the selected art, yes. Same object. Artboard, fit the selected art, yes. You, go in there. That's way too big. Let's just move it a little bit manually. There you go. We should group it. Actually, we should make sure they're like centered-ish. Oh no, that's not possible. The other one is a little bit more to the left. Alright. Fit the selected art. Oh, it's not extracted yet. That's why it didn't work. What? Yeah, that makes more sense. Object. fit to selected art. There we go. Export them all again. We replace everything. Yes. Sure. Let's go back here. This should be changed. Oh, it already changed both of them. That's cool. So the bottom one, let's take the top one. Oh, this is called burning module, so module. There we go. Yes, this is resource. Yeah, resource module, sure, it's fine. But we can move the on world one to the top. We can use the on sprite one here. We should remove the rotations. No, it should be 90 degrees, but it should be much wider. Does that work using this, just this? Yes, perfect. That's great. Just to make sure. Yeah, I think that's it. Look at that, that's exactly what I wanted. Let's move the computer like here. Network module, sure, put it somewhere there. Module resource, it's perfect. Except for the zones, maybe. Transfer zone. Let's move that a lot lower. We can transfer anywhere in this zone. We're not really going to transfer stuff out, right? This thing is not going to spawn resources. But it could be. There's devices that could spawn, like let's say, we could maybe spawn in the future some extra dust, like ashes or whatever. So you should be on the bottom part. Is this the resource zone, right? Yes. Alright, the power one. Where's the power one? There you are. Come on. There you go. Oh, let's just fix the sprite one. There you go. Same. Oh, we need to reverse this one though. Like 180. Is this one? Oh no, do I actually want that? It's also going to go from the bottom? Yeah, sure. Alright, this is fine. Let's first move the whole thing. Like sometimes it looks a bit chaotic what I'm doing here. Oh, wait, the sprite didn't. Oh, the sprite is not correct. Oh, the sprite should be this one. Yeah. Well, kind of, yes. The other one. Research module. Go up a little. Yeah, it's fine. But then the on sprite one. Oh, it's the Roomba, it's charger, on sprite. Oh no, sorry, on world. Here we go. So we can put it on world. It's a bit in front of the flame right now, but that's okay. Or we put it like there, and the power one, no, sorry, resource one is at the bottom. I don't know, we'll see. And here. Okay. Can I put these things at 0? Yeah, that makes more sense. Position Y is also 0. That's not really what I was looking for. Oh, I think I made a mistake. Oh, that was the icon. Sorry, I selected the wrong thing. Here, position X should be 0 because it should be right in the middle. Same for this one. Actually, that's a bit of a weird thing, right? As opposed to what? Oh yeah. Resource also put it at 0. There we go. On sprite should be at 0. On sprite at 0. There we go. So 0. I just like things to be on 0 if they don't have to be somewhere else. Sprite on world should be able to go on 0. Sorry, on the x-axis, but not here. That's true. You can go lower. There you go. Yes, there you go. This looks fine. Let's save the scene. And we have this thing. This flame here. Oh, but the flame is not... Alright, that's something for later. We need to make it a separate sprite. Let's say transfer zone in. That should be correct. Transfer zone out. We can now move it because it's not... We could maybe move it to the top because we could say maybe this is going to transfer like... But anyways, so right now, what's important now is when these two... it's this zone out interacts with this zones in. When that's the case, you can transfer directly without intermediate of the world. We could actually do it differently, and let's say you spawn your stuff here, and then this one is a collector, and it will also work. Things will get transferred, but you will always have to instantiate and then immediately destroy things, which doesn't seem like a cool thing. So the question is now, if my device's zone out overlaps with another device's zone in, that's where we can do a direct transfer. Let's go to Adobe Illustrator. Let's save this stuff and we can get rid of this because we shouldn't be here anymore today. And then we can go to the... Maybe we should commit this because this is a lot of like scene stuff, but not actual code. Why not? Let's do it. Let's just do it as style because it's all like artwork. There's not really any new features here. Style, we can call it the burner. Add burner device and sprites. There we go. Commit it. Because then they don't get committed when I do the code. Otherwise you're committing like two different things, like a whole lot of scene changes and a whole lot of code changes in one commit, and that's maybe not the best way to do it. Alright, let's have a look at this code now. Actually no, we need to look at the zone code. We have some transfer zone. Here you go. So first we have a zone, but it should have a type, right? Zone should have a type. They should know whether or not they're in zone in or zone out. So serialized field bool is cool. Yeah, that's true actually. We can call it like that because that's also the same name we do to the device that has it. Is collection zone, we should maybe call it, because then we have this spawning zone. I'm wondering, do we actually want to care about the zones or just the devices overlapping with each other? But if we use the zones, it's maybe a bit easier to then get to some more special behaviors later on. What's the time now? I'm not sure if I can... Yes, okay. Right, so Oh, by the way, let's go to the scene just once more and let's empty this because both of these should be empty. Oh, and also the, yeah, let's go to assets, prefabs. This here should become even a newer variant. Charging zone. This has a charging zone, which shouldn't really exist right now, but it is what it is. So when we go to device modules, this becomes a new prefab variant. There we go. Same for the resource one. That's an even more, another, you need to open the prefab? Why do I need to do it for this one and not for the other one? That's strange. Prefab variant. Oh! What? Alright, I have to be careful with the prefabs because I'm still not really used to this and what is an actual variant, when should I not, and like let's just quickly press play if there's like no major things going wrong here. Right, everything seems to be fine. I can take control of it. Nothing should really happen. Oh, it's spawning. It shouldn't be spawning. It's not a spawner. So, okay, it's resource module of the burner. Should not be a spawner. There we go. It's not even a collector. It just stores. There we go. But its storage is 0. There we go. Power wise, it should actually have 0 charge. But that's okay. And actually I was just thinking it's not a good idea to work on device overlapping with device because some of them are on different layers and don't interact with each other. So with the zones are always on the same layer. So let's just stick to the zones. Let's go to the transfer zone. So the only thing I'm thinking about, like we're calling it like charging, when we go to resources, it's called like transfer zone in, transfer zone out. Let's just call it then public enum transfer type in out. Perfect. You know exactly what I wanted. I love ChatGPT or Copilot. So serialized fields, transfer type. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now on trigger, the first thing I actually need to check is what are you yourself? If you transfer type in, if you transfer type out, you shouldn't even care. Then you could just do a return. You should only care about picking things up when you are a transfer type out. Is that correct what I'm saying? If transfer type out, well, it's actually not return. It's just that this code, it's in, then you should check for anything of this. Then you should check for resources, etc. When you're an out zone, you shouldn't check for resources. That's true. When you're out zone, you should check for another zone. So actually, if the other thing is a zone, all right, and actually, is that true? Do they even have those tags? Let's quickly check if a zone has, yes, they have tags zone. Perfect. And actually, it needs to happen in both cases. And then we will check for interactions. When do you need to check for picking up resources? Only when you're a zone in, correct. But don't forget that the charging zone is also of type zone, so we need to kind of... Again, this is more for refactoring. Let's just make it work. If your thing is a zone, get it. Get the zone. Yes. Now I want to know if the zone is an out zone. Yes, exactly. Oh, that's a lot of ifs. Basically, on this one, we should have a bool that says serialize field, bool that says allow direct transfer. But in what direction also? Allow direct transfer to and allow direct transfer from. Okay, there we go. We can now say that this, oops, dot, oh, we should be able to set that. Make some functions here, please. Void, yes, one, no, zone dot allow, no, set, no, I need to get I want to get this device module resource. Yes. So zone dot get device module resource. No. On that resource, I want to say set allow transfer from true, and on well, I can allow both of them. But also for other, myself, this dot that large. So currently, not all of them need to be true, but currently I'm saying like if two zones, whether they're in or out, are interacting with each other, I'm allowing direct transfers between both of them. Well, currently I'm only saying allow transfer, but I'm not saying to which or which one. So I also need to kind of just define the two of them as being connected. Can I put in here? We did that. Well, power generator artwork, let's call it that. we need to establish connections between the two device storages. And then when you press F, it will transfer, but in what direction? I think I will just let it be depend on either the key you're pressing or whether or not one of them is always the out and always the in. But maybe I also want to take dust from things. That's why the key would be important. Maybe you should just make a reference though to device module resource. Device module resource. Connected. Yeah. Then this doesn't actually really matter. Sorry. We just say like from now on when your zones are touching. That was weird, sorry. You are now connected. Which means that this dot connect device. Okay, we need a method for that. No, not public virtual. This is void. So connected. Okay. So, yes, and also the other way around. Zone dot yes, we're connecting both modules for direct transfer. There you go. Let's debug.log. Let's just check if that's working. There you go. Yeah, that's a good log. Let's test that. We should just get a log when I'm driving into the zone. Oh, we should maybe immediately do it for exit as well. On trigger, is there no? Oh, there isn't. Wait, on trigger, enter. On trigger, exit 2D. There you go. Yes. No. Perfectly. Disconnected. Yes. Look at how fast this goes. This is what I want. Like, I didn't necessarily have to think about that, but I didn't have to type any of that. That's the cool part. There might be small mistakes in there. Don't get me wrong, but it just saves you so much time. And if you actually need to fix stuff in there, you're learning even more. So it's not that bad if it does a mistake. Right. Let's just press play. If there's any major things going on, I should see red right now, which I'm not. Question is, driving in. Yes, connected resource with resource. There you go. Disconnected. That immediately works. How insane is that? Oh, it's draining power, which is normal. That's fine. That's normal. The point is that nothing is being transferred. Right. I will now do it automatically without keys because I have something in my to-do list where we'll link everything to keys. So basically, when my device module on update, we should say transfer directly. Well, whatever, we can rename it. Public void transfer directly. Look at that, it knows if it's not no. If current total storage is bigger than 0, connected device, add resource, new source 1. Does it one by one though? Connected device resource, add resource. Yeah, I think this might actually work. Let's just check it. Let's just check it. It might actually work. If this works, I'll just leave it here and we'll continue next time to kind of force this one's empty, so I first need to collect some dust. If this again works immediately, I think I've really shown the power of. Right, so okay, I need to fix something first because the dust is being spawned way too slowly. And let's go. Source spawn rate. Let's go to 5. And spawn forces go to 1, then it's also going to go a bit faster. Maybe I should just spawn some resources. Make testing faster. Oh, there it is, it's fine. Let's, oof, that's a lot of dust. Let's fill. Come on. Oh, what's going on? Oh, I know what's going on. I haven't changed my zones to in and outs yet. I haven't set their types. In. You're an out. For the Roomba is the same. You're an in. Oh. Because I kind of changed things here. Should have worked though. You're an out. You're an in. You're an out. You are in. You are out. Put some debug in here just to make sure. Resource protected, because I changed some stuff here. Which is not good. So now I'm not collecting dust anymore. Oh, seriously, did I again screw it up? Okay, let's play. Am I still a collector? Come on, why am I not collecting dust? Uh-oh. There's not even anything going on. Am I still in the wrong... My zone's in the wrong... Resources? Oh, you should be on the resources map though. Bugs. Are all these gonna correct? They're on the resources, yes. Why are you not picking it up? Okay, let's just if transfer type. Oh, yeah, this is not gonna work. Yeah, I had a return there. That's not okay. That's the danger of having a lot of different stuff in one function, obviously. Should now be able to collect dust. Moving a bit slow now. You can commit, you can do it. Yes, I can collect it. Right, will you transfer it? There was some transfer. Oh, there's a lot of bugs though. Alright. What's the time here? Leave at some point. We started having bugs somewhere here. Wait, is that necessary? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I understand. But that's not really what needs to happen though. Because otherwise I have to create things, and so the problem is that this function here works with instantiated resources. So we need a function that can take just type of resource. I don't have the functions ready to do this. Meaning that I think I'll stop the stream here and have to fix it next time. But I'm already happy that we like set up a lot of stuff. We have so all these functions only deal with resource, because you see their input is an actual instantiated resource, but now the thing is I'm directly moving just numbers, and those functions aren't ready to do that. And they should be like, they're like a subfraction of this, so basically I need a function that just does this. But I then also need to get the type of the resource that is being transferred, which is also a thing. Because I made the system such that you can have multiple different resources, but now which one do I need to transfer directly? Like all of them? So it shouldn't really work like this though. It should loop over every 4. There you go. But then not even that. So for each in my stored resources, I should go for, but I don't have access to those functions because the only public function is the add resource. So I need to be able to manipulate my object of resources with just the numbers and records, which I don't have ready right now. But let's just add that to our list and stop the stream here because I have to go. Let's see. Press transfer from module to module. Yeah. Well, let's just add a function here. A comment to do. Make functions for direct transfer from. There we go. And we'll keep it here. I won't commit yet because not everything's finished with this part here. But this looks fire though, literally. Testing. I think it looks cool. Like it's not the best looking, but I think it looks nice. Just as a prototype game, I think it looks cool. Anyway, so we got like the dust spawning in different directions. We made some artwork for our power generator, which will accept resources right in this little tray here, and it will convert it into power. And that power we will then afterwards have to link to the charger with the wire system, which I have no idea how I'll implement it, but let's see. And that's where we're at right now. We also have the zones that are already recognized. So once the zone in and the zone out of 2 different devices touch each other, they will make a connection, which will then allow direct transfer without having the in-world intermediates. And that's what we'll set up in our next stream. There we go. That's it here. We're gonna finish here. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode. Goodbye.